We're on again. Okay, so I don't know, guys. My apologies. I tested it for like 40 minutes, like actually streamed 40 minutes before to, I'm using a service. So I'm actually streaming out. I'm not enabling Twitch or Facebook. So I don't know. This is aggravating. Let's see if it works better now. Still back to the track. Not my cup of tea in a sense that I like it, but I'm not the best to sort of judge it. I was looking at my displays here, and when I do make music, when I do listen to it back and judge, sort of analyze it, I look at my meters quite a lot, and looking at the frequency, the spectrum here, it looks kind of like it's supposed to be. The low end is pulsing. I don't see crazy peaks anywhere. The waveform display, I'm just using shaper box here, showing the waveform here, and I can clearly see kicks and claps, which I want to see, and I see them about like how I want to. Obviously, seeing something on a waveform is not exactly how proves that it sounds right, but this just seems that with my hearing in the headphones and with the visuals, this track technically is quite nicely mixed too. The style is something that, like, there were probably people in a chat who could criticize the style better. But just to check, I see green light here, I see good bit rates, everything, so we're doing fine, right? Let's go to the next track. And so obviously this was sent as a demo, but there's also buy on Bandcamp, so obviously I can share this link. Go and check it out, guys. This is John Tardis. Luna Spaceport is the name of the track. Okay, next one is by Mad Droid. Track is called Hotel. This is tagged under Vaporware. Vapor Wave. Sorry. Yes, Hotel, indeed. Imagine going to a hotel elevator and there's a dude playing this on some Rhodes or whatever old school keyboard. So this sort of sounds in a similar way. It's not my cup of tea exactly, but definitely, like somebody said on the chat, hotel vibes are there. Oh, yeah, it was Anthony, it was you. Hotel vibes are there. Just imagine going to this funky boutique-ish hotel, maybe a little old, cool colors, maybe dark rooms in the lobby, and then just stepping in the elevator and there's a dude playing some sort of electric piano, organ, whatever thing, going to town. In a similar way to earlier, this is actually seems pretty nicely mixed as well. Kicks, claps, snares, whatever are there, attacks are there. This has a little more other stuff there as well. So they're not as loud in comparison to the other stuff as in the other track, but also I don't know if they need to be at all. It sounded just fine. Musically, because it doesn't kind of go too much anywhere, it is more like, I don't know if the hotel name means that it would be meant for like hotel/elevator background music, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but this doesn't kind of in a way build like that, so it's good stuff for background listening. Well, while there's a roll off after 10K, let's see, let's compare. Well, hold on, where was it? There's also here, this is all the way filtered, so now it's climbing back up after 10K. Paavo, have you listened to Paavo's woods or forest sessions as well? Yilmaz? I don't think there's anything particularly rolling off here. I understand what you're saying about the curve, but I think this looks pretty normal. But so now I'm just guessing here, but what you guys are talking about, Pornhub, meaning the track might fit nicely in a erotic movie background too. Maybe. I don't know. How would I know? I've never seen anything of that. Is there something particular that you guys would like to pick my brain about? Like I said, I don't know these tracks from beforehand at all. So just listen to them with you. Oh, guys, just Yilmaz, relax. We're all good here. I don't know, man. Like, I should obviously have, be in my studio and listen to it in full on, like with my Genelecs and loud and quiet and leaning in and leaning back and whatnot, the stuff I do normally, and compare to something I know. But these sound just fine for me. Let's. This one was a secret link, so I'm not going to give that out, I guess. Mad Droid can give it out himself if he wants to. All right, hold on, Wild Days. Is there anything else? By the way, guys, how bad is the background noise for you? I don't have anything filtering anything here, and it's just my lav. And I'm going to be roasting if I don't have the windows open, so that is probably... Okay, I'm gonna just hit play on the last one, and this one was more sort of my kind of stuff, trance house and techno mix-ish, or influences of all of those. Bajiak, don't know how to say that, but let's see what this is about. There we go. Okay. There actually is already an I can do a gate here, but it's just really, really abrupt. I would like to hear this in a club. All right, cool. So I'm liking this one. Not that I didn't like the other ones, but this is obviously closer to me. First of all, I like how it starts. I like how it's sort of a sleeper, but still there's this part where we're now at, where we have quite the build-up kind of thing anyways, and then it's it goes to very minimal, just kicks and I like the use of sort of bold emptiness. This mix is based on not having it full of stuff, but it's based on good sounds that take the stuff or the track onward. It's very clean, very clean. Shaker comes in, nice level. I agree sort of on a noise sweeps and bangs and booms. Could be more of those, leading us into the transitions and such, but it's also a style question. But like here, going down to the breakdown. Well, I mean here, sorry guys. It just goes like, I would have had the last 8 bars, maybe 16 of like something building up, and then on the one there would have been a crash and an impact, and then like a sidechain noise sweep or something like that going down the next 2 to 4 to 8 bars. And I'm not saying they should have it, I'm just saying like there's different ways of doing it, and I would have probably littered this with those transition sounds. But it's also bold. Like I also like how it is bold when it just goes to the next place, and like here, just kick and bass, whatever comes in, and this different clap or different rhythm clap, that's just it. You don't, like the track kind of says, or the producer says, that I don't need all that stuff to make it big. So I swear this would sound pretty damn good in a huge PA. What else I think the bass and kick ratio is really good, sounds nice. Track like this with the bass quite prominent, just like humming away there all the time. Obviously there's rhythmic elements to it, but there's just like this long one. You need to know how to mix it in so that it works with the kick, and also the kick needs to be either in the same key or something fitting so that it doesn't disrupt the long bass drone that is there with feeling or sounding different or out of tune. It's cool. These bits I didn't quite get, by the way. Those to me are, let's just say, very artistic. Yep. No, I get the same feeling. I'm trying to figure out whether there's like, I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses or anything like that, but whether it like comes around, whether something comes in and then it makes sense, but I don't quite find that. Is it out of key, as in like off tune, or is it a matter of major versus minor or something like that? See, I know off stuff, but I can't by heart often say pull like, is this C sharp scale versus this and that. But it's something to me is off there, but it could also be that in my case that the creator is just a little more educated and knows how to use something. Yeah. Oh no, little one got hurt. She's had a bad day today. She's hurt her head a couple of times. I think again. All right. This is private as well, so. Oh, this track is actually not private. How about I share that? So. She's been klutzy today for some reason. I don't know what's going on. All right. So this Bajeak, I don't know how to pronounce that. Obstinate versus version 2 master. I like it. This like the mix sounds great. It's just the fact that it sounds a little weird or off key or something like that. And if that's on purpose, I just say that's genius. That's piquing our interest. If it's just because they didn't sort of kind of hear it, then maybe they could go back on a drawing board and just nudge a couple of notes in the right kind of place. Real J Leno's chin. No, she's hit several growth spurts already, and it's yeah, I know. What's crazy is about kids. Just sidetracked just for a split second. Sometimes exactly, you know, why are they falling down or why are they doing this and that for so many times a day or something like that? Yeah, they could grow an inch in like a week or, well, maybe a month or so. My son grew, for instance, 11 centimeters, which is 4 inches and 4.5 inches in less than 5 months, was it? Something like that, 6 months-ish. Couple of years ago, and he had growing pains and he was just miserable, and we were miserable because all his shoes, all his pants, everything got small and just like that. Anyway, but then the other thing that is crazy is that sometimes the kids are just not klutzy, but mentally like they are crazy agitated, crazy this and that, or crazy happy, and then you realize that they've had a huge like mental developmental jump. You know, all of a sudden they, instead of 1 or 2 words at a time, they speak sentences, or all of a sudden, like in our family, we're bilingual, so I speak Finnish to both of my kids and my wife speaks English to them. So all of a sudden, like for instance, this kid, this younger one, was born here in Finland, and my wife is the only one daily speaking English to her. So I'm the, you know, Finnish is the stronger here. And it was the other way around with our boy, who is now 11. And so all of a sudden you realize, oh, she's caught up with English quite a lot. And that's why she's been so mentally messed up for a while. And you don't often realize until like, you know, a couple of days later, like, that was it. Okay, we are finding, where is, so Wild Days, what do we want? Which one? Oh, we're gonna go list and then is this one the trance mix? Because I can't see. Yeah, this one. Oh. Can't see. Rap. Original. is instrumental. Okay, we're gonna do the trance mix here then. Lift Me High. Let's see. Ow. Sorry guys. Whew. Well, dude, mate.
Wishes will come true. I just wanna be with you. Lift me high. Lift me high, high up into but you have to show me the way. Lift me high, high up into the sky, where my wishes will come true. I just wanna be with you. Lift me high. Lift me high, high up into the sky. Heaven isn't far away, but you have to show me the way. Lift me high, high up into the sky, where my wishes will come true. With you, with you.
Just said it was shit. No, I'm kidding. Quite sort of old sounding in itself, whether Euro dance or trance, old school or old style sounding, but I know that's by design. It's very sort of typical of that genre, and especially a little ways back. I know the Euro dance scene is still very much alive, so I'm sure there is an audience for that. I don't see anything particularly crazy wrong with the mix. I was just trying to find. Something bothers me about the kick and bass combo, and I don't know what that is exactly.
But you have to show me the way.
It's not like there's anything bad in here, but I was trying to sort of find. You could I don't know. Let's see. Hold on.
Lift me high, high up into the sky, where my wishes will come true. I just wanna be with you. Lift me high.
I might be completely off here. I might be completely off here, but maybe something like, and I know this track is released, so, you know, that's done and it's not a disaster. But if you do something like this again, maybe C to, I think there's some sort of a pileup of the bass frequencies from your bass and the kick, maybe around 200, something like that. I don't know for sure. I would have to sit and listen to it. And something, when I listen to it, I think it would probably like roll or do something more like with giving to the energy if that was a little better mixed. But then again, that's not the thing that makes or breaks the track, so I wouldn't worry about it like that. The kick drum, since you mentioned something about Before the Storm, the kick drum that we used on most of my stuff on the first album was an actual real 909 from J16's 909. And I remember him doing this one thing. We might have added a tiny touch of bass in the just low end, like, you know, 50 hertz or under 100 hertz, at, you know, not higher than that. And then that particular kick drum had this knock or honk or whatever it was around 240 or something. I just happen to remember that because I've remade the track and I've redone it with the same stuff, so I needed to find how it was mixed as well. And I remember he was mixing it then with Mackie 24/8 analog board and sweeping the EQ, and I remember it was around 240, and we ducked, I don't know how much, but like notched out of the kick drum from around 240. I don't know how much, maybe it was a dB, maybe it was 6, I have no idea, but it made the kick sound fatter in the low end and less sort of this honk or whatever it was. So it's not really like I'm not dissing Sean's kicks or anybody else's or your mixing here. I'm just saying, like, it's not about whose kickback it is and what kick it is, but it's about what it sounds like. So, and it's easy for me to say, just picking apart somebody's track here. My mixes, I'm still not confident with every one of my mixes when they are first done. So that's how that works for me. But any kick, you should just listen to it all over and over again, and then swap it with another kick and listen to a track against it, and then try to, time-wise and frequency-wise, make room for your kick. And then that means EQing and ducking, sidechain ducking, and or MIDI editing so that there is no kick when, I mean, there's no bass notes when the kick hits, or you push it down to a point. I don't know. The vocal seems to be quite balanced.
But you have to show me the way. Lift me high.
It's quite on top, which it should be on this kind of a track. I could hear all the words, so that's a good thing. I can hear the piano thing quite well. I don't think it's supposed to be full on in the front anyways. Well, Henka is brilliant, so see.
Look up and you will see. Look up.
All right, cool. Nice work. If let's just say that if I was whatever, half as good as these all 4 tracks now have been, I mean, I don't know, I started from way lower in my productions and my mixing, so I mean, that's good, man. Sounds nice. Again, I looked a little bit at my meters here. Width is fine. I think this this was a little less on the kick than the track before. This one sounds sort of beefier, but it's also a very different kind of track. I think actually you could benefit out of an extra bass, like low octave bass between the kicks, just like you could have that high arp, or not a high arp, but that arpeggiator bass that you have there, and then you could make a just, you know, I don't know what, but 10 dBs quieter, just a dun 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 between kicks, kind of sub in there just to support the low end. I don't know, maybe. Cool. All right. I think that's it, guys, for today. I am sort of digging into okay, so cool. Let's see. Discord, we could quickly try do that still. Demo submissions. Copy. Let's see. Boom shakala. This one, workable 16. Well, that's the mix, or that's the link I got, so. All right, let's see.